Welcome to Derry is exactly that. Welcome to Derry. If you didn't know anything about this show, you would think, oh, welcome to Derry, a little city where we all live in harmony and sing Kumbaya. But it's actually, welcome to Derry. I went into this show not knowing what to expect. I've always heard of it, Pennywise, the dancing clown.
Pennywise, the dancing clown.
But I never watched any of the movies, and I'm not a super big fan of horror. So when I first heard of this show, I didn't watch it. Until I did. After episode 1, I was hooked. Every episode brought me something new, something unexpected. The first episode alone, I got connected to every character, and right when I did, they pulled them away. Richie was such a good character. So when this scene happens, the audience laughs and wants to rub it in this clown's face that this is what happens when you mess with Derry.
You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us!
That scene was peak. And that's exactly what I want to talk about today. This finale is a masterclass in elevating tension. So let's talk about why this scene works so well. Let's dive in.
Show me the bow.
A lot of movies can learn from this ending, so let's break it down and see exactly why this worked so well. Let's start with the kids, Will, Lily, Ronnie, and Marge. After Will gets taken by Pennywise, the rest of the kids have to chase after Pennywise to get Will back. This already works. It's not a save the world plot, it's personal. At this moment, we're not trying to stop the clown, we're trying to get Will back. So they start to follow Pennywise's trail. At one point, as they're following the trail, the dagger starts to make Lily want to turn back, making the children realize they have to trade off holding this rock. This perfectly sets up why they would need to hold the dagger together. It feels natural, not cliche, like we can all do it together. They finally catch up to Pennywise, Will, and all the other children. They use the dagger to scare the clown off. The scene already has a lot of tension, and we have a clear goal. Save Will, save the other children from this clown. The stakes are personal, immediate, and terrifying. The kids aren't running away from the danger, they're running towards it. The scene could have stopped with this. This setup alone is enough to carry the entire sequence, but it doesn't take the easy way. No, it takes a simple mission of saving Will and turns it into something bigger. And it does this by using one concept. Yes, and. This is a concept used in improv where one person makes a statement, then the next person has to accept what has been set up and add other detail to it to keep the story moving in an interesting and fun direction. Now this works for improv, but for a film, it has to contextually make sense. If a film is about a guy training to be a runner in the Olympics, but he's seconds away and then an alien invasion happens, this concept won't work and the audience will feel left confused because there was nothing in the film that said or set up about this alien invasion. It came out of nowhere. However, let's say for an instance, there's a fight happening on a bus. The next person could say, yes, and the bus driver gets knocked. Yes, and one of the passengers has to steer the bus. If I watch a different movie where there's a fight on the bus, it won't feel like this because it's not following that pattern. Even if the bus driver gets knocked out, the order of events won't feel the same. This contextually makes sense for the scene and keeps it fresh and interesting. But it's also important to point out the difference between this and if-then. This is the concept that every action has a reaction. Think coding language. If I do A, then B will happen. It's a direct result of something else. If there's a fight on the bus driver will get knocked out. This doesn't work because he doesn't have to be knocked out or get hit at all. It's something that can happen in the fight, but it's not guaranteed to happen. If then is a result of action. If I run, then I will get tired. If I leave my house, then I will be outside, and then at the store or whatever. If Will gets taken, then his friends will go find him. Yes, and is built on top of another idea. Ethan has to get the drive from Gabriel. Yes, and they are fighting on top of a moving train. Yes, and the bridge blows up. Yes, and they have to try to race against the train falling off the tracks. Yes, this concept works and it elevates your scene if used correctly. And Welcome to Derry did exactly that.
Think about this. What is the most exciting thing that can happen on TV or in movies or in real life? Somebody has a gun.
Already, we have two plot lines merging. the kids saving Will, and the parents trying to find the dagger, which happens to be in the possession of the kids. Once the parents get to Penobscot River, where the kids are, Leroy and Daniel take the dagger and start running towards the tree. We're in the home stretch. We feel safe. Pennywise can't get them as long as Halloran has a hold on Pennywise. All the children are heading back home. Nothing is random or out of place. Then Halloran and Daniel get shot by Francis Shaw and his men. Then the military moves in, wakes Halloran up, which wakes up Pennywise. This takes our sense of safety and shatters it. Escalation by derailment. Let's look at Ethan Hunt again. In Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, there's a scene where Ethan is leaving a sunken sub. The scene is already good. We understand why we're here. Find the code to stop the entity. The code is on the sub, so that's where we need to go. But now we add another level of danger by saying Ethan has to get the source code from the sub. Yes, and the sub starts rolling down the mountain. Now, Ethan isn't only on a sunken sub. He's trying to escape a sub rolling down the side of an underwater mountain towards an abyss, creating a time limit to our escape. But then torpedoes start to fall as the sub is rolling, making his escape even harder. Then his exit is blocked by the falling torpedoes, ticking the clock down. This action was caused by the sub rolling, and it also elevates the scene. They could have had them falling in the background or not had the torpedoes there at all. But this element not only fits the scene, it directly changes it. Now he has to find another exit, or torpedo tube, but the tube is too small, and he has to escape by removing his suit so that him and his breathing pack can fit through. Do you see how one yes and completely transforms a simple retrieval scene into a race against time? This is why yes and works so well, because there are so many ways you could do it. This scene escalates tension by derailing.
Make the plan, execute the plan, expect the plan to go off the rails, throw away the plan.
As soon as the parents are shot, the original plan gets derailed, putting the kids on the lake, the parents and the military at risk, raising the stakes, all because Pennywise was let loose. Adding the military to the scene drastically changes the landscape. Now, if the parents are shot, they'll have to give the dagger back to the kids because they are the closest. Yes, and is the addition. If then is the aftermath. The scene constantly accepts what happens and builds on it. And when it's stacked multiple times, you end up with an unforgettable scene. Yes, the military wakes up Pennywise, and Pennywise recognizes the general. If Pennywise wakes up, then he will go to the tree. This brings us to the race. This scene is a culmination of everything we have experienced. It's not just a race, because if the dagger gets further from the rock, then the dagger will try to return. This means that the kids can't run to the tree. They have to push against a force pulling in the other direction, while Pennywise runs to the tree with no resistance. Now Pennywise is in the home stretch. He thinks he's going to win all because of the dagger's distance rules come back into play. Then Leroy shoots Pennywise, stalling him. Even though we are now moving slowly towards the tree, we feel every moment, every step, every yes then, every if then. We felt every single one. This creates a push and pull throughout this scene between the kids and Pennywise, getting the advantage. So when Pennywise finally flies towards the kids, we are on the edge of our seats, holding our breath until the dagger is placed. This works so well because everyone in the show had their own motives. The military did not need to be on the lake, but it makes sense in the context of the show to have them, and it elevates the scene. By the time we reach the race to the tree, the scene has already transformed, all because of one yes and it definitely did not disappoint. It's not just a finale. I think it's a masterclass in how to elevate any scene. Now, I ask you, what do you think of the scene? Leave all your thoughts down below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time.
So long, losers!